We are live with episode 37 of Vindication. My name is Alexander Shaw, and I am joined, as always, by Jay Jones. We have an absolutely electric night of action for everyone here tonight on Vindication. And starting things off, we have something that started over on Titan Clash. We've got Scott Smith versus Isaiah James.
Yes, we know just last week, Scott Smith would return after what seemed like a long time and attack Isaiah James after his loss to Zyro.
I believe the loss was to Colin Piper, but regardless, Scott Smith making a statement, returning, attacking Isaiah James, and you've got to wonder, Scott Smith, we knew how good of a competitor he was before he took that little bit of leave of absence. Who knows how good of a competitor he might be now that he's had some time to mentally prepare.
The opening match of Vindication is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing 217 pounds, from Nebraska, USA, Scott Smith.
Scott Smith making his way down to the ring now, and I've got to wonder, Jay. Scott Smith, he did take some time off, and sometimes that causes people to gain ring rust, but sometimes that causes people to come back better than they ever were. I wonder what type of Scott Smith we're getting back here today.
Yeah, returning, attacking Isaiah James was almost out of character for him. He was usually a very respectful competitor, and now coming back maybe with a different attitude.
And his opponent, weighing 207 pounds, from parts unknown, the unholy Isaiah James.
Isaiah James here making his way down to the ring. And James not had the best of starts here in CWL, yet to pick up a win, but hey, anything can happen in the CWL, and Isaiah definitely has the potential to be quite the competitor here in CWL. We've seen him do quite well for himself in the showings that he's had. He's just yet to pick up that first victory. Could he do it here tonight against Scott Smith? Going to be very interesting to find out. Scott Smith, quite the deadly submission specialist. That guillotine choke is no joke, as it has put away many a competitor, and quite often it only takes one to turn out the lights. Both men getting ready now as we start off our first contest of Vindication here tonight. And Scott Smith immediately gutbuster to the gut, I guess, of Isaiah James. And I've got to wonder, trying to get rid of the wind early of Isaiah, that's going to make it harder to breathe. That's going to make it easier for him to pass out in that guillotine choke. And now Scott setting him up against the ropes here. And again, just flings him off flat onto his back. And I think we'll see a lot of that. We'll see a lot of more methodical pace from Scott Smith, but I think Isaiah James is looking to pick up the pace just a little bit. Back body drop though by Scott, and he has had firm control of this one from the get-go, but Isaiah looking to turn things around, but gets met with a turnaround back elbow.
Now we see that European uppercut by Scott Smith. Now just laying in.
Attacking the back, attacking the abdomen area, that's gonna cause the wind to get knocked out of you a bit more easily, and when you don't have any air in your lungs, it's gonna make it easier for you to fall unconscious or tap out to that guillotine choke.
Yeah, that guillotine choke is meant to be very deadly. Maybe coming back it will be a bit more deadlier, I guess, in a way. And now dropping the knee right on the face of Scott Smith is Isaiah James.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any ring rust thus far from the likes of Scott Smith. You've got to wonder if maybe during that time off, he spent all that time training, honing his craft, and making that choke even more devastating as he gets sent to the outside, does James, and now Scott Smith
on the top rope, calling for him to get up. What could he be looking for here?
Scott Smith feeling kind of different. Ooh, that was a belly flop into an empty pool.
That was right on a desk there.
And now we see James turning things around. We saw Scott go for that big cross body to the outside, and it was just nothing doing there. And now Scott is the one that has to fall onto the back foot a little bit. These two battling outside our announce table. We've got the best seats in the house, but unfortunately maybe the most dangerous seats in the house.
Yes, and now
speaking of dangerous, wait for the drop kick, gets hit with a double stomp. And now Smith putting the boots to James, sending him into the corner.
Now,
and what did he have in mind here? Got him up. Snake eyes.
And now sending him back to the corner.
I think Isaiah that went for a springboard of some kind off the rope, but not able to get the purchase that he wanted. Ended up falling to the floor. And Scott Smith, he's the type of guy that will definitely be the one to capitalize on a mistake like that.
And now sending him into the corner once again here, turning him around.
Again, these repeated snake eyes is, you gotta wonder, could this be Scott Smith looking to cause a possible concussion to James as he goes into the cover here?
1, 2, no, not even a 2 count there for Scott Smith. Isaiah James powering out there at 1. And now
a slow one penalty call. And now, here's something where you don't need a referee's 3 count. He's got it locked in, and James is forced to tap out. Scott Smith coming back with a vengeance here tonight, tapping out Isaiah James. And I've got to say, quite dominant fashion this matchup. James was able to, come back a little bit here and there, but Scott Smith was in control for, I've got to say, a solid 90% of that match.
Yes, and it ended it off with that deadly guillotine choke. What a return for Scott Smith.
And you've got to wonder, Scott, he's back, seemingly better than ever. Could we see him go for some YouTube title gold in his future?
The winner of the match, Scott Smith.
A big win for Scott Smith. And now he looks to continue his climb up the ladder here on Vindication. I mean, hey, with a lot of the roster eaten up by the Supremacy Cup, he's definitely got a chance to sneak under the radar and become a big star here. Yes, and speaking of sneaking under the radar, here's two people that have been kind of sneaking under the radar this season and having great seasons of their own.
Yes, we know April went on that very good run at the beginning of the season, became openweight champ, and now Yuri York may be on the hunt for the Vindication Women's Champion. after Selena called out Yuri York.
Yeah, and we saw Selena call her out and, brought to attention to maybe a lot of people that might not have been underestimating Yuri York that, hey, she has been a stalwart of the Vindication Women's Division, and she has been dominant this season.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Catherine Love, representing the White Lotus, weighing 113 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, Yuri York.
And what a sight this is here, Jay.
A new sight.
I think for the first time in months, maybe even all season, White Lotus has no titles at all. We've seen them either with Vindication's women's title or with the Wildfire Pro Wrestling tag titles. They are goldless. And I think Yuri York might be on the hunt to make this a very short era in the White Lotus.
And her opponent, weighing 99 pounds, from Tokyo, Japan, April.
And another person who has no shortage of history with gold around their waist, April, former openweight champion, now making her way down to the ring. And we saw she used to be a member of the Hunt. Now that the Hunt has become, all three of them champions, you've got to wonder if maybe April possibly made the wrong decision in leaving.
You gotta think, maybe during that time it was a bit different for the team. They weren't as successful as they are now. Alina, as we know, being the openweight champion, then having Tiffany Quinn and Belle Florent being the Wildfire Pro Wrestling Women's Tag Team champs.
Yes, it could just be people not willing to stick it out, see how a team works, because, getting that chemistry is a big thing in making a successful tag team. So I think when people give up on a tag team a couple months in, it might be a bit short-sighted. But speaking of people that have no shortage of tag team chemistry, we've got Catherine Love on the outside for Yuri York. You've got to feel that might cause Yuri to have a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, you gotta think that's gotta play a factor. We know how the White Lotus like to operate, and I think Catherine Love will be a factor in this match here tonight.
And not even in the sense of, she could get involved. It's just having that out there, having that mind games of the White Lotus being able to show up anytime, anywhere. And speaking of White Lotus, it's been reported recently that apparently Andrea of White Lotus, has gone to retirement, which makes you wonder if the rumors are true. What's next for White Lotus? Is it down to just Catherine and Yuri?
Not sure, but now April into the corner. Yuri with that swinging neck breaker to April. Now goes for the kick to the back. April out of the way. Oh!
Flips through it. Yuri York, I don't know what it is about this, but Yuri York has been doing very well, all season. Not losing. I don't think she's lost, very often. Definitely not lost in the past over 100 days. And, maybe it's that idea of, she didn't get a title shot all last season. She hasn't received a singles title shot all this season. Could it be she's finally trying to get some gold? Because she may be one of the original members of White Lotus, but she's the only member currently to have never held a title.
Oh, and maybe a call out to Catherine Love there, as we see that Tiger fan kick around the ring post there, and now Yuri York on the top rope.
It's going up. Elbow drop connect right into the heart of April. And now into the cover one. Just a one count off of that, though, there.
No.
It may be May here, but April ain't done just yet.
Yes, and now April coming at her with that calf kick, sends Yuri to the mat. and dragging her out to the middle here.
And kick to the back. April needs to get something going here in this matchup. Yuri York has had an answer for everything April has thrown at her thus far.
Oh, April was going to reach for that rope, but Yuri caught her. Oh, April caught Yuri there, and now
Goes for belly
these
to
two
belly.
are just going back and forth here. April
Like I
sweeps the
said,
legs of Yuri York.
April needs to start coming up with counters for things Yuri's going for, because Yuri has had an answer for everything April's done. And we're seeing April beginning to adapt, beginning to, get back into this one. But you gotta wonder if maybe it's too little too late. Trips the leg. Huge roundhouse kick to April.
And now sitting April up. Snaps her forward there. Now into the cover is Yuri York. Only a one count.
No.
And now bringing April to her feet. Kicks that knee out. And a super kick. Straight to the jaw of April. And now into the cover once again. 1, 2, no.
York landing the super kick. First 2 count of the match. You've got to think now she's looking to end it all. Going to the top. Will we see it? The Yuri out. No! Misses the Yuri out because April got Yuri out of the way. And now a superplex from April. April, this is her chance to capitalize here. Bring it all back.
Oh. And she's got the chicken wing locked in. Will Yuri tap here?
Yuri might be forced to tap out, center of the ring, nowhere to go. Ropes super far away. Yuri trying to fight out of it. Elbow shot able to get out as the April lock not able to get the job done. Kick to the gut. DDT planting her smack dab on her head.
Yes,
and now
going
April back to the top rope.
And maybe looking for the Yuri out once again. But no.
Calling her to her feet. And what does Yuri York have in mind here? Oh, huge spinning wheel kick there.
And now to the cover. 2. And it almost seems like with Yuri, it's move, cover, move, cover, move, cover. Just trying to pick up this win here tonight.
Regardless, we see Yuri, you said the move cover thing. I think she knows April is weak. She knows that any move could put her away at this point. She might be just trying to, these people are paid by the hour there, Jay. They're trying to pick up a win any way they can.
Off the rope.
Off the rope.
Oh, it's a cutter!
Yuri York breaking out the cutter. And like I said, you try and pick up a way any way you can, even bringing out stuff that maybe you're not necessarily used to.
And that landing did not look good for April there.
No, spiked right on her head. Goes for a crossbody. This time April able to get close to the rope so that Yuri just shoots over her. And now April armbar locked in. Cross arm breaker. Again, nowhere to go.
Bending that arm, it is not meant to be bent. Yuri, nowhere to go, like you said. But no. Rolling through and getting some strikes right on the face of April.
Yuri refusing to tap out here. Goes for a kick to get. April blocks it. Got the ankle lock. Submission after submission. And Yuri is no closer to the ropes. And again, just trying to fight out of it.
Kick to the gut by Yuri. And, oh, there's that super kick. Into the cover.
Super kick.
That might be it. 2. No.
But there we saw it. Look at how April was only barely able to get that shoulder off of the mat. You can tell she has begun winding down. She is losing a lot of energy. She needs to end this one quickly. Goes for a flying hip attack, but misses. Lands that one there.
Maybe a little bit too much bounce on that first one, and now putting her in the tree of woe here.
Oh, she can't be hit. April may be looking to make a long-distance call here. As she goes to the top rope. And April looking to go.
Coast to coast. That might be it. If April
But
can
April-
capitalize.
I
She's
don't know, will
hurt.
she be able to?
Into the cover. Wait.
But
Oh,
wait.
Catherine Love.
Captain Love making the distraction. The all-important distraction there. And that might have just cost April the match.
I counted more than 3 there. And now snap suplex by April.
I mean, it's hard to tell for sure whether or not Yuri would have kicked out, but we know for certain this match will continue. And now Yuri, arm drag, gets April down. And a slap to the face, a sign of disrespect to April as Yuri goes to the top rope. Yuri out connects. And now Yuri into the cover, and that's
1,
gotta be
2,
it.
3.
Yuri York's winning streak continues. And you've got to feel, should Yuri York take that challenge from Selena Adams, Yuri York has all the momentum going into supremacy.
I think that'd be an absolutely great match, as we saw Yuri is a fighter here tonight, and what a match that was for Yuri York.
Absolutely. Chalk up the assist to Catherine Love all you want, but April was able to survive submission hold after submission hold, and was able to land that Yuri out for a 1, 2, 3 here tonight.
The winner of the match, Yuri York.
Big win for Yuri, and a big win for White Lotus, looking to get back on the golden trail. As now we move on to our next contest here, as we have a newcomer to Vindication who has been on an absolute roll in Zero Toa, going up against Dr. Wrestling Jr., the former number one contender for the YouTube title. And we talked earlier about Scott Smith possibly working his way to a YouTube title shot, but if Zero could pick up a win over a former world champion and a former YouTube title number one contender, you've got to feel that puts him right in the running.
It's like you said, Zyro Toa on an absolute roll, and Dr. Wrestling Jr. coming off the loss at Titan Clash.
The following match is set for 1 fall. Introducing first, Zyro Toya.
Toa making his way down to the ring. He's been absolutely dominant since coming here to Vindication, beating Ebak on the pre-show at Titan Clash last week, and now looking to go through another Order member in Dr. Wrestling Jr.
Yes, and I gotta say, Zyro Toa has all the momentum going into this.
Indeed. Toa definitely able to, definitely able to get things going here so far in Vindication, get things going in CWL career, but right now he might be facing his biggest challenge yet.
And his opponent, representing the Order, weighing 150 pounds, from Tijuana, Mexico, Dr. Wrestling Jr.
And Dr. Wrestling Jr. making his way down to the ring after that loss, like I said, at Titan Clash, looking to get back in the winning column here tonight against Zyro Toa.
Absolutely looking to get back to the winning column, especially after losing the way he did. He got knocked the hell out. KO. No consciousness.
Yes, it was a knockout match, and but he definitely did put up a fight.
he did put up a fight, but let's be honest, he was dropped on his head so many times. Like,
yeah, I don't like. Is he
he's
really even
not
medically
100%.
clear?
Yeah, he can't be 100% going into this match. And you know, they say no one's ever 100% going into a wrestling match. That's just how training works. But after the match he went through, after the beating he took at Titan Clash, you've got to feel Dr. Wrestling Jr. can't be healthy going into this one. He's going to have to pull out every bag of tricks he has to pull out the win here tonight.
And I couldn't agree more. And as we get started, Zyro Toa getting ready, Dr. Wrestling Jr. getting ready, and here we go. Ring a ding, we are underway.
Oh, spinning back fist, and these clubbing strikes from Zyro Toa. You've got to feel, you know, he's definitely going to be targeting the head, for better or for worse. And Dr. Wrestling Jr. wanting to get himself out of that bad situation.
And now,
Sunset use the speed.
Cover.
Could be looking to steal a quick one.
No. Oh, Zyro
Oh,
Toa.
wait.
Oh. Dr. Wrestling Jr. almost had the win just off that there. But now Zyro sends him to the corner. Goes, no. He's going for that European uppercut.
Flash. And now the speed of Dr. Wrestling Jr. trying to be used, but here we just see Zyro got some speed of his own. A pump handle gourd buster there. Let me tell you, they'll bust more than just your gourd. That'll bust your face, that'll bust your spine.
Now, Dr. Wrestling Jr. showing off a bit there with the athleticism and the backflip, and now Zyro sent into the corner, and now rapidly getting his head slammed into the turnbuckle there. And that is not as soft as it looks, let me tell you.
Yeah, now Dr. Wrestling Jr. trying to stay on the offense, and he needs to stay on the offense because he can't afford to get too many opportunities to Zyro here. As he locks in that single leg Boston Crab. Tries to get the tap out, but no, way too early in the match.
Looks like that was a pretty easy escape there for Zyro Toa. And now sending Dr. Wrestling Jr. over the top rope and out right here in front of our announce table. They're getting dangerously close. Like you said, the best seats in the house, but the most dangerous as well.
I think Dr. Wrestling Jr. does not want to stay on the outside very long, but Zyro might be keeping him out here just a couple seconds more. Maybe trying to go for a couple minutes.
And Doc going back into the ring where the match will be won. Now sending Dr. Wrestling Jr. off the... Oh my god! Send him off the ropes.
Just a headbutt straight to the stomach there. I think Dr. Wrestling Jr. is lucky he did get hit in the head with that headbutt. Or else it might have been lights out.
Yes, and now surfboard stretched locked in here by Zyro. And a kip up from Dr. Wrestling Jr.
But now getting put to a pump handle once again. And dropped head first onto the exposed knee of
Pump
Toa.
handle neck breaker there. But Dr. Wrestling Jr. with the arm drag. And now Enziguri.
You've got to wonder how much Dr. Wrestling Jr., how much of what he's doing is on autopilot right now. Because you've got to feel like he can't be not shooken up.
And now
big flip clothesline. For a bigger guy, he's not super tall, but for a more heavy gentleman, he definitely has some speed to him.
Oh, and the strength showed off there by Dr. Wrestling Jr. with that Northern Lights. Like you were saying, Zyro is not a small man.
No, but went for that big knee, but Toa able to get out of the way. And now Toa sets him up onto that rope there. Sends him spiraling to the outside.
Zyro off the rope. And over the top! Zyro Toa! Tope Suicida!
Yeah, might as well just call him Zyro Tope, because he just went flying over that top rope, and now these two brawling on the outside.
Oh, and pulls him back out to the outside. Zyro Toa likes fighting on the outside. If you guys could not tell, he just pulled Doc back out.
Toa saying, you ain't going nowhere. I've got you for 3 minutes out here. But regardless, he only has him for like 20 seconds. But that's besides the point. Toa now going to the top rope.
Elbow drop.
Shades of Bonesaw there. Now, see Zyro getting out technically wrestled there. And the strength of Dr. Wrestling Jr. to pull off that Spanish fly.
And now bringing him to his feet. Went for that springboard cutter, but Zyro Toa was not in the best position. And he just spit mist right onto his hand there. And now...
could that be his call for the end of things here? As he hits these repeated forearms, sends him into the corner. Splash! Off the ropes! Cross body! And all that weight going down onto the chest of Dr. Wrestling Jr. And now we see the Chimera Plex combination on full display.
And the trifecta there.
Dr. Wrestling Jr. just getting ragdolled around the ring. And now Toa looking to pick up the victory. Not enough.
And I almost thought that was it. But Zyro Toa looking to finish it here. Waiting for Doc to get back to his feet, and now... oh!
Goes for that fireball punch that he normally ends the matches with, but not able to land it. Dr. Wrestling Jr. had it scouted. No, he might... oh, going to the top though! Goes for that Hurricane Rana to the outside. Not able to land. That will destroy a man's collarbone. Now Toa making it back to the ring. Dr. Wrestling Jr., you know, he's been able to give as good as he gets, but it always feels like he's on the back foot in this match. It always feels like he's fighting from behind. And now just getting these stomps into the back. As Toa now knee to the head of Dr. Wrestling Jr.
Doc slips out of his grasp there and goes for the clothesline. But Zyro moves him with a drop toe hold onto the ropes, and now... oh!
And just putting all 200 plus pounds onto the back of the head of Dr. Wrestling Jr.
Yes, and now sends him right off the apron. That is the hardest part of the ring, folks. And now bringing Dr. Wrestling Jr. back to his feet, and Doc out of the way and back into the ring. Zyro is really fighting to keep this on the outside.
Oh wait, but he might have just got caught by the Apple a Day out of nowhere.
Apple a Day by Dr. Wrestling Jr. into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
And Dr. Wrestling Jr. squeaks out a win. That was a very Zyro-heavy match, but regardless, Dr. Wrestling Jr. able to hit that Apple a Day out of nowhere. And gotta be honest, a surprise victory here tonight.
Yes, and I thought, like, throughout the whole match, like you said, it was all Zyro, and I just thought he was gonna win. But just out of nowhere, the Apple a Day got Dr. Wrestling Jr. the win.
Yes, quite the, you know, that could just be the ring experience he knew. So I was going to have to take a bit of time climbing through those ropes, and that was enough time for him to grab that arm and pull him up for the Apple a Day, which keeps the Toa away. And now Dr. Wrestling Jr. gets back on the horse.
Dr. Wrestling Jr.
Big win for Dr. Wrestling Jr. after the loss at Titan Clash, beating someone that was on a winning streak like Zyro and shutting it down. Dr. Wrestling Jr. back in the win column here tonight.
Yes, and you've got to wonder if Zyro maybe got a bit overconfident on that winning streak and finally faced someone who he, you know, maybe shouldn't have underestimated. And now coming up next, we've got Valencia versus Tiffany Quinn. And now this is quite the interesting one because whereas Valencia had a mystery partner, at Titan Clash. Tiffany Quinn was a surprise partner, but for another team at Titan Clash, and it was Tiffany Quinn's team that was able to come out with those Wildfire Pro Wrestling tag titles, that team, of course, being the Hunt.
Yes, I think everyone in attendance thought it was going to be Alina and Belle taking on the other teams, but it happened to be Tiffany Quinn.
The following match is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the fabulous, furious Reeves, weighing 135 pounds, from San Jose, California, Valencia.
Valencia making her way down to the ring now. One member of 4 out of the fabulous, furious freaks here on Vindication. And, I've got to say, been on a bit of a downward slump lately. Lost the Vindication Women's title to Selena Adams. And then losing at Titan Clash. She is 0-2 in her last 2 title matches.
Yes, we know, losing the triple threat at Battle Lines, and then now lost another triple threat, this time in tag team action. And you gotta think, maybe it's because she was someone that she was unfamiliar being a part of a team with. It was Quinn Edwards from Nemesis that she would end up being her mystery partner.
That is entirely possible there, Jay, And it could just be she thought she could get the job done single-handedly, and that the partner was, it's more something you needed to have, but it's not something you necessarily wanted to have. She wanted to go in there and do it herself, but in the end, she was the one that got pinned. And I think she's looking to get a measure of revenge against the Hunt.
That is entirely possible, but here tonight, but she's not facing the woman that pinned her. She's facing that woman's teammate and Tiffany Quinn here tonight.
Absolutely, but hey, she might just be looking to run the gauntlet, so to speak, and possibly set herself up for a title match against Alina.
And her opponent, accompanied by Alina Valentina, representing the Hunt, weighing 138 pounds, from the Woodlands, Texas, Tiffany Quinn.
And now Quinn making her way down to the ring here. Gotta wonder how much it feels to be Tiffany Quinn right now after season where you get so close to gold and you fall short, and now to finally be a champion, not necessarily a CWL champion, it's a Wildfire, but still, to become a champion, that's got to be a great feeling, and that's got to do wonders for the confidence.
Yes, we know she started to pick up wins here, and then she would join the Hunt, and then finally able to win a title. Must feel really good for Tiffany Quinn.
Yes, absolutely. It's definitely been a journey to get there for Quinn, but now it's not about getting to the mountaintop. It's about staying there. She does not want to lose those titles very quickly. And she especially doesn't want to lose this match here tonight as she goes 1-1 against Valencia. Valencia starting things off with the strikes and a backdrop driver. Dropping her right on the neck.
And now he's got that headlock on the ground and a headstand by Valencia, showing off the athleticism. And now Alina already distracting Valencia this early into the match. Hasn't even been able to get much offenses, but backstabber there by Tiffany Quinn. And it looks like it paid off there for the Hunt.
I'm just saying, if I'm the Hunt, why would I trust someone that has a name literally called, has a move called literally the backstabber? I'm just saying, I'm not saying Tiffany Quinn's, gonna do anything. I'm just saying if anything does happen, they have only themselves to blame.
I think you might be looking a little bit too far into it.
I probably am. Regardless, Tiffany Quinn able to get in to that Hurricane Rana there, and now trying to get into this match is Valencia. Goes for the chop, gets blocked by Tiffany Quinn, and now Quinn hangs up to dry on that top rope.
And now got the arm into the arm bar is Tiffany Quinn and gets the leg in there as well. Valencia in the middle of the ring, but now gets her leg free and now rolls through and gets the arm free as well.
Able to get out before too much damage was done. She does not want this match to cost her an arm and a leg. And now, gets sent head first into that middle turnbuckle. Quinn, I've got to be honest, this might be Quinn's, one of her better showings as of late. She's been taking it to the 5-time women's champ.
Yes, and now has Valencia by the hair and on the ropes and sends her off right into the middle of the ring. Bring her back to her feet now. Roundhouse.
Goes under.
Has the head in a
tilt-a-whirl around the world, sending Valencia down, and now Valencia tries to battle back with that side Russian leg sweep.
Now, chopped by Valencia, has Tiffany Quinn here, puts her on the ropes, and now sends Tiffany Quinn into the ring as well.
And Quinn battling out, sends it over the top rope. What you got in mind here? Got Valencia draped across, and now hooking the arms. We've got a tarantula locked in here. And Valencia not going to be able to tap out because it's in the ropes. But
a boot right to the face sends Valencia onto the padded concrete on the outside, but Valencia back into the ring, and Tiffany Quinn follows. Spine buster! And a kick up by Tiffany Quinn!
Goes for the running haze. Valencia backpedals her way out of it. Sends her to the corner. Tiffany able to get the elbow up. Running haze! Valencia down, and now looking to continue to capitalize. Got her set up there from the corner. Tiffany Quinn trying to go for more here. Looking for another running haze. Gets into the night owl. And Tiffany Quinn into the cover to pull off the upset to beat the 5-time champion.
No! Valencia able to kick out there.
I have no idea how Valencia kicked out after that flurry of offense there by Tiffany Quinn.
And now kick to the gut by Tiffany Quinn. And now on the shoulders is Valencia. It's thrown off into the roundhouse kick. Stomp to the back, and now just slamming the head, trying to give Valencia a concussion.
Tiffany Quinn, she, definitely picking up a win here would do wonders, beating the 5-time champion Valencia, and she nearly was able to do it there with the Night Owl, but now she's got to, she might have to find another means of victory. Gets caught with the lariat. Now gets behind. Kicks out the knee. Super kick.
And now dragged to the edge, and now putting her feet on the ropes, looking for the leverage there too. No, Valencia able to kick out. And now back to her feet. Forearm by Valencia.
Goes for that spine buster again. Tiffany Quinn carries her momentum upwards into a DDT. This has been very tough. Tiffany Quinn, that's about way more than halfway across the ring.
That's
quite far. That's quite far.
Looking for the spiral tap, but no, Valencia out of the way, and now waiting for.
What's crazy is she made it, but now Valencia taking advantage.
Into the cover. 1, 2, no.
So Tiffany Quinn able to make that corkscrew moonsault from nearly halfway across the ring, but Valencia able to get out of the way, and somehow neither woman has fallen to a pinfall yet. This one I've got to be honest, I'm calling it right now. This one might be an easy match of the week contender.
I couldn't agree more. And now, snap
Superplex.
suplex. Rolls
Roll
through.
through.
Another. And maybe looking for the trifecta here. Into the fisherman suplex is Valencia.
Not hooking the leg though. Not sure if she does it very confident about the pinfall. But again, going for that spinebuster. Instead pops her up and now kick to the head. And another kick to the head. No, gets blocked by Tiffany Quinn. Lifts her up for... No, not able to get the power slam. Tiffany Quinn able to get up and over to the reverse DDT. Trying to get the pinfall here any way she can. 2, no. Is now lifting her up on the shoulders. Roundhouse kick.
And now, could she be looking for the Night Owl once again here? Valencia falls to a knee. And now,
Got it set up.
Night Owl.
Back of the head. Valencia rolled over. Tiffany Quinn hooking
1,
the leg.
2,
Hooks the leg.
3.
And Tiffany Quinn with the upset. Picking up a major victory over Valencia. You know, you could chalk up the early assist to Alina, but you can't take anything away from Tiffany Quinn in that one. That might have been her best performance in CWL to date. She knew she had to bring it, and bring it she did. What a performance.
And I'm gonna be the first one to say I was very surprised with that outcome. Valencia is a 5-time women's champ. I did not see Tiffany Quinn being here tonight.
And the losing slump continues for Valencia. The La Revolution, she hit it perfectly, but it was not enough to get the job done here tonight. And you've got to wonder just as much as, you know, what is Tiffany Quinn going to do next, but where does someone like Valencia go from here? It's hard to climb back the mountain after you've been to the top.
Tiffany Quinn.
The Mosh Pit Princess picks up a big win for the Hunt. And speaking of big, a big matchup here tonight with major Supremacy Cup implications. Pistolero 3-0. Mickey Valentine 0-3. One of these men is breaking a streak, or maybe the streak will be continued, but Ricky Valentine wins, both streaks are broken. If Pistolero wins, he goes into next week 4-0.
And this should be a very good match.
Yeah, it'll be very high offense, high octane. It'll be high in general.
The following match is set for one fall and is part of the Supremacy Cup. Introducing first, weighing 185 pounds, from Allentown, Pennsylvania, Pistolero.
Pistolero now making his way into the ring, and you know, he's had quite the up and down road here in CWL since returning just before Global Warning. You know, lost his rematch for the YouTube title, and then was the first eliminated at Battle Lines. And now he's gone 3-0 in the Supremacy Cup. The only person to match him has been Brandon. And if Brandon loses and Pistolero can win, that gives him a big advantage going into next week.
And his opponent, representing the Order, weighing 240 pounds, from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, the gorgeous Ricky Valentine.
Ricky Valentine, the gorgeous one, making his way down to the ring to maybe break his losing streak here in the Supremacy Cup.
I mean, if we're being completely real with everyone at home, Ricky Valentine has been mathematically eliminated from the Cup. He will not be able to win and move on and challenge for a title of his choosing at Endgame 3. However, he is a very unique possibility to play spoiler here tonight for Pistolero because, you know, if Pistolero goes in next week 4-0, he pretty much, it's guaranteed that it's only going to matter about the last match. But if he loses to Ricky Valentine, that leaves next week very up in the air. Because then, you know, anyone could... Sister Horror, if he wins here tonight, has a chance still. You know, Brandon would have a chance still should he lose. So Ricky Valentine has a chance here still to shake up the bracket.
Indeed, he does, especially if he can get a win over Pistolero, who's, like you said, currently undefeated in the tournament, 3-0. Looking to make it 4-0 here tonight against Ricky Valentine. Will that be the case? Ring we're underway. 15 minutes on the clock.
Off the bat, but no. And 15-minute clock, like you said. Ricky Valentine, though, I think he's looking to end this one quick. Going to the top rope, Pistolero on the outside. This cannot end well. Goes to that bionic elbow, but Pistolero able to get out of the way.
Ricky Valentine starting off strong here, starting off aggressive at that, and now has the arm of Pistolero, just turning it around the shoulder and just trying to pop it out of place there as he does a full rotation and slams it right there on the mat.
Yes, and Pistolero clotheslines him out of the ring. And now Pistolero going out there to join him. These two just brawling back and forth. Two people that have some technical wrestling ability but will also just brawl you. You know, they have the capabilities. Pistolero may be a bit more than Ricky Valentine, though, and the more of a drag-out style.
Big rolling elbow there by Pistolero, and now rolling over Ricky Valentine into the cover. No, not even a one count there. Spoke a little bit too soon.
It's a match. And yes, I know these people have been taking a lot of punishment, but it's going to take a bit to put them down. Or it could take some crafty moves there, but no, not enough. And now, a bit of a Uranagi side slam by Pistolero, and now going into the full mount with that ground and pound. These rights raining onto the head of Ricky Valentine, having to cover up. And now Pistolero
showing off some strength there.
Picked up into that spinning powerbomb. Ricky Valentine is not a small man. So to be able to pick him up like that just is a testament to the strength of Pistolero. He's just trying to show some strength of his own, getting right up from that kick. Lifting him up now onto the shoulder breaker. And you've got to feel that's going to take away some of the strength from Pistolero.
And now, looking for a suplex here, and holding it as well. The strength at a jackhammer there.
And now we see shades of Matt Riddle there with that jackhammer. And Pistolero trying to capitalize onto Ricky Valentine, but Ricky ain't having any of it.
And now, Ricky Valentine has him by the neck, has him up against the ropes here. Puts him, throws him over.
To the outside, and Ricky Valentine, not necessarily the person to fly high, but I guess in the Supremacy Cup, anything is possible. And Ricky Valentine, after that suicide dive, now picking up Pistolero and trying to capitalize on the outside, but Pistolero is not having any of it. I think that's the big issue Ricky Valentine has been having in this match, is he's been hitting big offense, but he has not been able to capitalize on most of it. And now getting over that dragon suplex, getting dropped right on his neck.
And now, Northern Lights there. Rolls through. Into the Brain Buster.
And now looking to call for the edge here. Lifts him up on the shoulder.
Cruiserweight killer.
CWK. The CWK from Kyle Stevens rolls him over. 1, 2. No.
Nearly 5 minutes deep here. And now stomps on that tricep of Ricky Valentine, and now mounting on him, and now laying down these hammer's fists, and now these big elbows by Pistolero.
Of course, we know Pistolero has a bit of an MMA background. Again, more shades of Manville. And Pistolero able to, I've got to be honest, he's been in control for, I want to say, most of this matchup. He is definitely not wanting to lose this close to the finish line. And now Ricky Valentine going up top of Pistolero. Enziguri. And now just gets picked up into a military press position and dropped onto the mat.
Now has that leg, and now drop toe hold by Ricky Valentine.
And now drop kick sends Ricky Valentine to the ground. Pistolero calling his shot. I think he's looking to go do some hunting on the outside. Valentine not wanting to stay out there too long. Much more of a mat technician. Wanting to stay into the ring, but gets caught up on that top rope. And now up onto the shoulders. Vea con Diablo to Ricky Valentine.
And now brings him up to his feet. Just for the kick to the leg, and a big clothesline there by Ricky Valentine lays him out. And now, a big back elbow there by Pistolero.
And lifting him up once more onto the shoulder.
CWK.
And a CWK from Kyle Stevens into the cover. That's gotta be it. 2. No! You know, I get it. He's not a cruiserweight. He's not a cruiserweight, but I'm surprised 2 cruiserweight killers have not been enough to put down Ricky Valentine. And now that forearm shot, stiffing Valentine. And Pistolero, feels a little different, sends it to the outside.
And maybe looking to win by count out here. Ricky Valentine has 20 seconds to get back into the ring. I think he's at a 3 count now. Ricky Valentine stirring on the outside, looking to get back to his feet, back to a vertical basis. And he is. And here comes Pistolero to the outside.
And again, just dropping him, and you've got to feel the damage being done to Ricky Valentine. What shape is he going to be in for his next match? After all, the Supremacy Cup, it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And it's kind of hard to run a marathon when you're hurt. Also kind of hard to run a marathon when you're showboating there, Ricky, as he gets caught another Uranagi side slam.
Yes, and now up to his feet. Pistolero goes to the bottom, and now into that
handle powerbomb by Pistolero.
And now Northern Lights here. We've seen this once. Will we see it again? And pulls him up into the Brain Buster.
And we're over halfway through the time allotted. You know, gotta be wondering, thinking these two tanks are getting close to empty.
Yes, but Ricky Valentine has Pistolero in the corner, but Pistolero has Ricky Valentine in the corner now.
Sends him across the ring. What does Pistolero have in mind? Spear in the corner. And now, wasting no time, belly to belly, sends Ricky flying. And now, Pistolero not letting up on the offense. Deadlift powerbomb into the cover. One, two.
Go.
And Pistolero not able to get the 3 count off that huge sequence there, that belly-to-belly powerbomb spear. And now gets sent into the corner once again. Oh, and Ricky's looking to risk it all.
It would not be a CWL event if we didn't see this. CWL special by Ricky Valentine.
Sent crashing to the outside. And
Now
Ricky might be taking the count out here. No, just want to make sure that count starts fresh.
Very close to our announce table here. Sending Pistolero back into the ring. Maybe looking to get a cover if he can capitalize. Rolls him over into the cover.
And I don't think Pistolero is a move. Since the a special, but still has enough strength to kick out. And now, rolls behind. Inverted Frankenstein of the Poison Rana, dropping Valentine right on his head. And now going up top, Pistolero looking for the moonsault.
Into the cover, 1, 2, 3. Oh! Ricky Valentine is barely kicked out. We are 10 minutes deep here. And now a clothesline by Pistolero and another.
Pistolero realizes the amount of time left. He realizes he needs to start emptying this gas tank if he wants to put down Ricky Valentine. Lifts him up for another Vela Con Diablo.
And now you can see it took him a little bit longer to get back to his feet and to cover 1, 2, 3.
And staring down the camera, sending a message to Brandon for next round. Pistolero's going into it 4-0. Will Brandon be going into it as well?
And what a match. They put it all on the line there. They left it all in the ring. And you can't say Ricky Valentine didn't put up a fight.
He absolutely did. But Pistolero, he threw literally everything he could. We saw moonsaults. We saw Vea Con Diablos. We saw Cruiserweight Killers. We saw everything Pistolero had. And in the end, it was enough. Pistolero now setting his sights to the Supremacy Cup Vindication Finals. And you've got to wonder, will Brandon be going into it 4-0? Or could we see Zistro Horror possibly make the comeback?
I could see this going either way, but Brandon currently on an absolute tear, undefeated, just like Pistolero, 3-0. But could this be where Brandon just falls short?
I mean, hey, this is, again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. He ran the first 3/5 perfectly fine, but we're in the home stretch now. You can't fall on your face just yet. And Zistro making his way down to the ring. He's the only person not undefeated that has a chance still on the Vindication side of the bracket. I mean, Michael Young, Alex Graves, Ricky Valentine, all mathematically eliminated. But Zistro Horror, if he can beat Brandon here tonight, and if certain things go his way in the last round, Zistro, he's got a chance. In fact, he could still win this entire thing. And what a year to be winning Gold Rush earlier and then winning the Supremacy Cup. It just goes to show anything can happen here in the CWL.
And his opponent, from Moline, Illinois, Brandon.
Speaking of anything can happen here in the CWL, here's the poster boy for that. You know, like, he was put into the Supremacy Cup as a, rumored to be as a last-minute addition due to Colin Piper being injured. But he has since gone undefeated, and these are, like, he hasn't been beating, like, the bottom of the barrel guys. Like, he's been fighting the best of the best here on Vindication. Ricky Valentine, former world champion. Alex Graves, former Twitch champion. Michael Young, former tag team champion. He has gone through a triple crown of competitors and come out the other side undefeated. Brandon, if he can win this whole thing, it might be the miracle story of the season.
It definitely could be. And now, Brandon starting off with these very hard strikes to Zistro Horror, but Zistro Horror coming back with a dropkick knocks Brandon to a knee. And usually that'd knock a normal man to the ground, but Brandon, being the specimen that he is, only to a knee and a big forearm there by Zistro Horror.
Yes, and it's weird how the Supremacy Cup format favors certain individuals. I mean, we saw before the Cup guys like Michael Young and Ricky Valentine doing very well for themselves. And guys like Zistro, Brandon, and Pistolero all on losing streaks. And now it's Zistro, Brandon, and Pistolero who are still in this thing on Vindication. So it just, it goes to show that anyone just needs that one opportunity. And who knows, maybe it's because of that Cup format, people's different strategies paying off in different ways.
Yes, and now Zistro brings Brandon to his feet with these, and then a kick, and now a Hurricane Rana puts Brandon on the mat. And another one.
A series of Hurricane Ranas here, and I think that's what he's going to want to do. He's going to want to use his high-flying speed and expertise to sort of outmaneuver Brandon. Because Brandon, he's strong, but he's also a big target that's going to move a bit slower. So, it's going to be a bit harder for him to keep up with someone who has the speed that Zistro Horror does. At the same time, though, that, bigger frame, that slower pace, that could be what has brought him to the undefeated, streak, because he's not, going pedal to the metal, hit the nitro every match.
A roll up here, one.
More smarter moves, moves that aren't going to be as high risk, and moves like that, which might get him a quick victory out of nowhere. But Zistro Horror, I think he's more so just pissed off than anything else. Hits the super kick and hits the rocket boot into the cover. Brandon might be knocked out.
Just caught him off guard there.
The super kick not able to knock down the big man, but it was that big boot that brought him down. And now Zistro Horror looking to put him away. Extermination.
One,
into the cover.
No, Brandon just barely able to kick out there, expending a lot of energy doing so with a back elbow by Brandon here. And we've seen this before. Uppercut literally put Zistro Horror in the air.
Into the cover, 1, 2, no. And now Brandon hit that uppercut move that has won in multiple matches in this tournament. Not able to get him the win here. Maybe looking. Kick to the gut. And there we see it. We've seen him hit this before. The heavy pricing suplexes. And that butterfly face buster to top things off.
Now into the cover. That's one of very many matches. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
And Brandon moves on next week. Undefeated. Zistro Horror eliminated from the runnings. And now that just leaves Brandon and Pistolero. One man left standing.
the winner of the main event, Brandon.
A big win for Brandon, going undefeated towards his final match. The only thing left in his way is Pistolero, and we'll see that in the near future. But for now, that has been all from us here on Vindication. My name is Alexander Shaw, joined by Jay Jones, and we bid you a very farewell adieu.